Hey guys, my name is Tom, and in this video I'm going to share how much money I make from ads as a small YouTuber, how ads and CPM actually work, and why it might be more difficult to make money from ads in the game dev niche. It's been about 3 months since I uploaded a video about how much money I've made from game dev and YouTube, and now that my channel has been monetized for 2 months, I think it's about time for an update. I always find these types of videos super intriguing and inspiring to watch, and although I'm not making much at this point, which I guess isn't actually that inspiring, I want this to be on the record for when I'm hopefully earning more in the future. I want to be able to come back to this video and see how far I've come, and I want you guys to be able to see that I too started small and that growth is actually possible. Now, I don't believe in wasting people's time, so if you just clicked on this to find out how much money I made, I earned $81.75 in May, and I'm on track to hit a similar amount in June. However, I really do hope you stick around to learn what the monetization process looks like, and what goes into your earning potential from YouTube ads, but more importantly, to help save this poor video's average view duration from complete and utter annihilation. Just for some context, I uploaded my first video on October 6th of 2019, and at the moment I'm sitting at around 5,400 subscribers. I myself still find it hard to believe that over 5,000 people have enjoyed my videos enough to smash the subscribe button, and if you're just starting out, you might think that my 5,000 subscriber channel isn't actually that small. If you've watched any videos similar to this one, then you're probably familiar with YouTube's monetization requirements, but in case you didn't know, you currently need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours in the last 12 months to apply to the YouTube Partner Program. The subscriber threshold is pretty self-explanatory, and as for the 4,000 hours, you basically need people to watch your videos for a total of 4,000 hours within the last year, and those need to come from public videos. Watch time from private or unlisted videos won't count towards your total. My channel hit 1,000 subscribers on February 14th, but it took a bit over another month to finally accumulate the 4,000 watch hours and become eligible for monetization. About a week later, on March 30th, the manual review process started for my channel. This would have happened a lot sooner if I had already had an AdSense account, but things got a bit messy because my dad had one too. I won't go into details, but basically AdSense only allows one account per person, and apparently the system assumed that I already had one, probably because it used the same address as my dad's or something. Anyways, once that was all sorted out, it only took YouTube 2 weeks to review my channel, which was a really pleasant surprise. 1 month is typically cited as how long you can expect the review process to take, and considering the circumstances, I assumed it would take way longer, but on April 15th, this notification popped up on my dashboard. Since then, I've been able to put ads on my videos and make a bit of income. As I mentioned earlier, I made $81.75 in May, and there's 2 key metrics which define that amount: CPM and the number of monetized playbacks. CPM stands for cost per mille, which is basically the average amount that advertisers pay per 1,000 views on your channel, or on a video if you're looking at your analytics for a specific video. My channel-wide CPM was $7.43 in May, but CPM can vary a lot. Anywhere from under $1 to over $40, all depending on what kind of advertisers are competing for ad space on your videos. Even within your own niche, you can have huge variations in CPM from video to video, which is why it's so hard to estimate how much any given content creator makes without them actually telling you. However, if we take my 59.6 thousand views from May and multiply that by my CPM of $7.43, you come to the conclusion that I should have made $442.83. That's clearly not the case, and there's 2 reasons for this discrepancy. First, CPM doesn't actually operate per 1,000 views, but rather it's the amount that advertisers pay per 1,000 monetized playbacks. This is basically just the number of views where an ad was actually shown, and that makes a lot of sense because advertisers don't pay for views which don't result in an ad being watched. For most content creators, I don't think there's a huge difference between their views and their monetized playbacks. In most of the videos like this one which I've watched from other creators, those 2 numbers tend to line up pretty well. Unfortunately for me though, it's a completely different story when it comes to my channel. Despite getting just under 60,000 views, my monetized playbacks amount to a meager 18,500, which means ads are being shown on less than a third of my views. My target audience is mostly game developers and programmers, so I think it's safe to say that you guys are more technologically savvy than the average YouTube watcher, and so my best guess as to why most of my views don't get monetized is because many of you watching have ad blockers installed. To make sure this wasn't just my channel, I did a quick search to see how much other game dev YouTubers make from their ads. Most of the videos that showed up were about how much money people made from their games, but I did find Blackthorn Prod's video on his income. Although the video is over a year old, it seems that Noah had and probably still has the same issue. In his first month with monetization enabled, only 62,600 of his 213,900 views were monetized. That's just 29%, so I think it's likely that this is simply a fact of life when making game dev related content. If you also make videos, let me know in the comments below what niche you're in, and if you're monetized, how your views compare to your number of monetized playbacks. I find this stuff super interesting, and I'd love to know if other game dev and tech channels are seeing similar ratios. Anyways, if we take my 18,500 monetized playbacks and multiply those by my CPM, we get $137.45, which is still a good chunk more than the $81 that I earned. This is due to what seems to be a common misconception. In most videos I've seen about their ad revenue, creators that talk about CPM seem to think that it's what they are earning per 1,000 views, despite it being called cost per mil. For the longest time, I thought this as well, until I got monetized and actually did the math a few weeks ago. If you look at what YouTube Studio says about CPM, you'll notice that it says gross revenue, which means that this is what YouTube is collecting, or in other words, what advertisers are actually paying. So in reality, advertisers have spent $137.45 on ads that were shown on my channel. From that, YouTube takes 45%, while I receive 55%, or about $75, which is pretty much bang on for my ad revenue. The other $6 came from YouTube Premium members watching my videos. One really important thing to keep in mind though is that this is all before tax money, which means I won't get to keep all of it. I'm not being paid as an employee, which means paying the taxes I owe is entirely up to me. Luckily, I'm still in a low tax bracket, so I'll get to keep most of what I earned in May, but as my income grows, so will my taxes. If saving money doesn't come naturally to you, make sure you set a reasonable amount aside so that you don't spend what you owe the government and then later find yourself in hot water when tax season comes around. I'd also quickly like to talk about how ads work and when you as a creator actually make money, because it's not always as simple as an ad showing up and you getting paid. There's obviously several different types of ads, but in terms of when you get paid, it seems there are two video ad categories, skippable and non-skippable, which probably isn't very surprising. There are two types of non-skippable ads though. Non-skippable in-stream ads, which are under 15 seconds long, and bumper ads, which are 6 seconds long. For both these ad types, you get paid whenever one is displayed to a viewer. The skippable ads work a bit differently. Google actually offers advertisers several different ways to pay for these, and that in turn determines when you'll be paid as well. Either you'll be paid whenever an ad is shown to a viewer, or if advertisers decide to pay per view, you'll only be paid if a viewer watches at least 30 seconds of the ad or interacts with it. I couldn't find any information about when you get paid for the overlay ads that appear at the bottom of videos, or for the ads that show up in the sidebar of suggested videos, but considering that the other ad types pay per impression, with the exception of skippable ads, I'm guessing these pay per view as well. Now, unfortunately I can't explicitly ask you guys to watch ads on my videos, but I will ask you to please obliterate the like button. It really helps out the channel. Also, I'd love to know if you found this video helpful or interesting, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them down in the comments. Finally, if you'd like to join me on this journey as I build a YouTube channel alongside a multiplayer game, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you never miss an upload. With that said, thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you again next Saturday with another video.